Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered running on the Steam Deck OLED. This is one of those games that pushes boundaries in storytelling and visuals, and being able to experience it handheld feels kind of incredible. There's something surreal about playing a game this cinematic and intense on a portable device. It's like having a PS5 in your hands, but with that OLED magic. Right away, the OLED display makes a massive difference. The colors are richer, the blacks are deeper, and the overall contrast really brings this game to life. When you're walking through those rainy Seattle streets or crawling through dimly lit interiors, the screen just pulls you in. The lighting design in this game is already top tier, but on the OLED it hits a whole new level. It's especially noticeable during night scenes, where you can see more subtle detail without it looking washed out. Control-wise, the Steam Deck handles this game surprisingly well. Everything feels smooth and responsive, and it doesn't take long to get used to the layout. Combat, stealth, crafting, all of it feels tight and intuitive, which is important in a game that demands both patience and precision. If you like using gyro for aiming, it's supported and adds a bit more accuracy in those tense moments, especially during combat or exploration. One of the biggest surprises is just how immersive the experience is. Playing with headphones really pulls you into the atmosphere. Every creak of the floorboards, distant scream, or ambient sound makes it feel like you're there. The emotional storytelling and quieter moments really benefit from that handheld, up-close experience. It's almost like watching an interactive movie, except you're living every second of it. If you've been wondering whether this game is worth playing on the Steam Deck OLED, absolutely. Visually and emotionally, it holds up beautifully. I'll go into frame rate, settings, and performance in a bit, but just in terms of feel and fidelity, this is a really impressive portable experience. And honestly, the fact that you can suspend the game and pick it right back up without losing any momentum makes the whole experience even more seamless. Whether you're diving in for a long session or just squeezing in a few minutes, it feels like this game was made to be revisited anywhere, anytime. At 60 FPS, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered feels incredibly smooth on the Steam Deck OLED. The animations are more fluid, aiming and camera movement feel more precise, and overall gameplay just has this crisp responsiveness that elevates every moment. From tense stealth sections to fast-paced combat, it makes a big difference in how connected you feel to the action. You'll especially notice it during transitions and cutscenes too. Everything just flows better. It's one of those upgrades that, once you feel it, is hard to go back from. Running The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered at 70 FPS on the Steam Deck. OLED takes the experience even further. The gameplay feels buttery smooth. Every animation, every input, every camera movement is incredibly responsive. It adds this layer of polish that really enhances both the cinematic and interactive parts of the game. You notice it most during intense firefights or when you're quickly moving between cover. The game reacts instantly to what you're doing. Even simple things like walking through an environment or rotating the camera feel more fluid and lifelike. Combined with the OLED screen, it makes the visuals and pacing feel even more immersive. It's not just a performance boost, it actually enhances the emotional pacing and rhythm of the gameplay. At 80 FPS, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered on the Steam Deck, OLED feels almost unreal for a handheld. The responsiveness is next level. Controls feel instantaneous, and the fluidity in both combat and exploration is incredibly satisfying. Quick turns, aiming, and environmental movement all feel smoother and more natural. It's a subtle jump from 70, but if you're sensitive to frame pacing or just want the absolute smoothest experience possible on the deck, it definitely delivers. Running The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered at 90 FPS on the Steam Deck. OLED is honestly impressive. At this level, the game feels ultra smooth, almost like you're playing on high-end desktop hardware. The responsiveness is razor sharp. Every movement, every camera pan, every action feels incredibly fluid. It enhances the tension and stealth, the precision in combat, and the immersion during exploration. The animations look more lifelike. Transitions are seamless, and even subtle environmental effects like smoke, rain, or shifting shadows appear more natural in motion. Paired with the OLED screen's deep contrast and vibrant colors, 90 FPS turns this into a premium handheld experience. It's hard to believe this level of performance is happening on a portable device.